Oh my God. I just messed up big time. I recorded a 15-minute video and somehow my mic was on mute. That's all I explained. This all went to shit. It was 15-minute video or 16-minute video. I'll have to do it again. Never mind. We'll start. Welcome back. It's day 4 and day 4 was 4th Jan and I'm recording this video on 5th Jan. And what I did yesterday was I solved this validated binary search tree, which I was trying to do for like a couple of days, but I was not able to. And I took around 4 or 5 attempts. I was getting wrong answer and all. So yeah, this is the final solution which worked for me. So the solution and the intuition how I came to the solution was I went ahead with in order approach. I used user stack, and I had to take a well, let me zoom into it. So I had to take this previous node to keep track of the previous node, of course. And I'll just go through all the tree nodes, and I'll have a stack, and inside it I'll keep on pushing all the left uh, left nodes. So suppose, okay, so if it is like this, and this is the stack, and how it will solve it, like suppose it is 5 4 3 2 1. It will go ahead and mm, push this 5 inside it. It's pushing the node, not the node value. And then it will again, because then once it comes into this, it will go into this while loop, and it will keep on iterating until we go to the leftmost node. And since we have null here, this is where it will come out. Okay, so until then it will keep on pushing 5 4 3. Okay, and once we come out of it, what will happen is we'll just get the top value, which is 3, and we'll remove this from the stack, and we'll check if the prey is not equal to null and root val is less than equals to previous val, then return false. Okay, and post that we'll just update the previous node to be the current node, which was this root, which we just popped out of the stack, and then we'll update root equals to root right. Okay, and this again, so that if it comes like this, then it will come like this. So this way we'll iterate, and because of the previous node and this condition which I have written, we'll be able to compare these nodes. And after we compare it and we see that if it is not failing, okay, if it is not satisfying these conditions, that means this is a valid BST. Okay, so this is the approach which I took. Now, okay, other than this, I did not solve any question on LeetCode yesterday. I was focused on React JavaScript, and yeah, so what I did was uh, I found a cool website. It is wait, see, I was even ready to upload that video, but I just realized that I did not record the audio, so the video was missing the audio, and yeah. bad days, So this was the website. All right. Okay. Yeah. So you can come here, you'll go to English, and then you'll start course. Here you'll see that these are the things which this whole course is covering. The first one is fundamental of web apps. So this is the only thing which yesterday which I went through. If you go to fundamental of web apps, yeah. So these are the things which I went through yesterday whole day, and I did get to learn a lot of basic things which I did not know. So even though if you have 2 3 years of experience, uh, you will find out that there are still some room to learn new things. Yeah, it happens even if you have 10 plus years of experience. You'll always have some room to learn new things. Okay. Um, Apart from this, what you should do if you're stuck on a problem? Okay. So tomorrow I'll be sharing I'll be sharing a tool which can help you visualize things. Okay. By things I mean your code. So oh yeah, I mean this is all I wrote here, but okay, again I have to do this. So when do we call it cheating ourselves, and when do we call it smart work, when we are looking at solution, or like the approach basically? When are we calling it a cheating, uh, or we just did smart work? So let me go through this again. By the way, if you guys want to know that which website that was, it was fullstackopen.com. And if you are someone who is into tutorials written, which are in written format or blogs, then you guys can refer to this website. And at the end, after completing this whole course, you will be getting a certificate as well. So if you are into that, just go ahead and uh, grab the certificate as well after completing the whole course. And okay, why do we call it cheating us? When do we call it cheating? Okay. So what should be your approach when you are not able to solve any question? Like, when should you look at the solution and when you should not? Suppose you were solving a problem, and it's been like 20 minutes or 30 minutes. Okay. And you were not able to come up with anything. What you should do is you should you should not directly jump to solutions. So the tool which I'm talking about, what it does is it helps you visualize your code. Okay. So how it helps is, like, suppose if you have a program. Okay, so suppose this is your program. Okay, now you are using stack here, tree here, hash map, vector, anything. Vector, I mean by vector I mean array. I mean if you're not in C++. Okay, now the tool, what it does is So that everything which you create here, every data type, data object, whatever you create, it will take up some memory. Okay, it will take up some space in the memory. So that tool, what it will do is it will take this variable and update these variable in real time by each line, as each line executes. So if we are initializing stack on the first line, then it will create a memory allocation for that stack. And in second line, if you are pushing something into that stack, it will update this stack. Suppose if there is another vector which is of type integer, then it will create integer vector. And if you're updating it, then it will keep on updating. So it will help you visualize. Now you might be thinking that, okay, what's the big deal about it? So suppose if you have some complex for loop written, multiple for loops written, and you want to track variables, okay, variable 1, variable 2, so it could be temp, result, or anything, then you will be able to see these variables update in real time as each line executes. So this will give you a great um, unfair advantage, in solving problems, in not solving, but in understanding the code which you have written. Okay, so this is not cheating. Okay, why? Because we are speeding up the process of understanding the code. We are not we are not directly jumping to the solution. Okay, this would be called cheating. This is, you are just doing a smart work. Because now you will say that, okay, this tool will not be available in interviews, right? So this will slow us down and this will make us dependent on this tool. No, because after solving 10 or 15 problems using this tool, you will be able to visualize your code on your own, which will eventually make you a better coder only. Okay, it's not like you will need this tool for your whole life, right? It's exactly like you learned how to multiply, and you might be using calculator for you might be using your fingers to calculate 24 into 4 into 4. You might use finger. 4 into 2 and 4 into 2 8, or maybe prime example would be 4 plus. So 4 fingers, then 4 fingers equals to 8, right? Then 2 fingers plus 2 fingers equals to 4. So you are taking help of your fingers initially, but after some practice you will be able to do it orally. 24 equals to 48. You don't even need your fingers anymore. This is the finger. This is helping you to understand your code. This is the basic step. Okay, so this is not cheating. This is just pacing up your understanding process. Okay, anything that helps you pace up your process of understanding is not cheating. So don't worry and just take that help. Okay, it will help you no matter what people say. And if you are directly jumping to solution and not even trying to understand it, then that is cheating. Okay, but now you will say that there will be some situation where you'll have to um, go through the solution directly. You can't just come up with the solution which requires some specific pattern to solve it, right? So what do you do in that situation? So you might have at least come up with some solution. initially? I mean, you tried, no? You tried, you came up with this solution, partially working. Okay. Now, if you go ahead and look at solutions, okay, solution one, solution two, solution three. So don't just go and look at the fastest solution and okay, it's like, okay, this is the solution. I'll just copy paste and I'll submit. This is the wrong way. What you should do instead is you keep your solution in your mind, okay? And you go and check out these solutions and see which solution has similarities with your solution. What will happen is uh, you'll see that there'll be just minor changes, one two line changes, and plus this code equals to solution. So it's always look up for this kind of solution which has something in common with your solution and the solution which is working. Now, why this? Why not these which were completely stranger to you or completely new to you? The reason is that suppose the second time you go and solve this question after a while, you will again come up with this. Okay, this much solution, you will again come up with it. And because you had previously went through this and understood this, like why, what was the missing thing in your code, you will be able to recall it pretty quick in comparison to these ones which were completely new, because these were not your ideas, right? This was completely new to your brain. Okay, so this is why you should always go with these one, because you will be able to recall it, and that's the most important thing, that if you come across the same question and you should be able to solve it, right? You're not going to look up to solution every time you face the question. And if you have done it before, great. You should be able to come up with the same solution or maybe new solution. It's just brain. It sometimes it happens, sometimes it does not. But this is the best and optimal way to do it. I mean, according to me, and this is what I think, which makes more sense. All right, yeah. So this was it. Uh, now, tomorrow I'll be sharing that tool. So, I mean, if you guys want, you guys can wait for the next video. You guys can search this channel up again, the average DSA guy, or you can subscribe, whatever you think is good for you or easy for you. Uh, so I'll share the channel, I'll share the tool tomorrow. Until then, bye bye.